Hey, it's Kyle here. Today I'll be continuing my series of videos where I explore the animated world of Star Wars. Basically, if you haven't been watching these videos, I am a huge Star Wars fan, but I have never seen any of the Star Wars animated content. That is until this year. Basically, with the pandemic, being stuck home a lot, and Disney Plus, I decided now is the perfect time to binge watch and catch up on all this great Star Wars content that's animated that I've never seen before. So currently I'm on my process of watching through the Clone Wars. After I finish this, I'll watch Star Wars Rebels and Resistance. In today's video, I'll be talking about season 5 of Clone Wars, and I should say I was blown away by this season. I've really been loving the first 4 seasons. Season 5 took an entire level. I think this season was as close to perfection as a show can get. It was mind-blowingly good. It was, wow, I was blown away by this season. It was so many great episodes, such great story arcs, character development, where they were taking the plot of the show, and how that relates to the various actions that will be happening in the movies. It was just, I could not love a season more of a television show. I mean, I would put season 5 of the Clone Wars up against any live action show that I'm a huge fan of. It was, like I said, just perfection. Love this season. So let me just go ahead and get into where season 5 was. So you get started off, season starts off with Darth Maul and Sabotage, and they basically begin to try to get role in the criminal underground. So they kind of start to muscle in on pirate Hondo's territory and stuff. So you get some Hondo and pirates, which I love Hondo. He's a fun character. And you get to see how that, and basically how the Jedi get involved, and basically trying to basically fight for Hondo to fend off Darth Maul and Savage, which was kind of interesting twist of fate in this storyline. It was kind of a fun, interesting way to start the season. Next up, you get a story arc set on the planet of Onderon, which is Onderon. My one complaint about this story arc is the planet name sounds too close to Alderaan. So every time they would say the planet, I knew they weren't on Alderaan, but I kept like, wait, are they on Alderaan? No, they're not on Alderaan. So I wish they just had changed a few consonants in that planet's name so it wouldn't sound so similar to Alderaan. But basically we find out this is the home planet for Saw Gerrera, which obviously a lot of Star Wars fans, if you only watch the movies, you know Saw from Rogue One. And I knew when he came in Rogue One, I'd heard about like, oh, he's been in other stuff before, like Clone Wars and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, cool. And basically this story arc is a separatist friendly government has overthrown the legitimate government of this planet, and the Jedi send a small group, Obi-Wan, Anakin, Ahsoka, and Captain Rex, basically to train a rebel group to help restore the friendly pro-republic government. So it's basically, a lot of unconventional warfare. It's a little bit different from the big battle scenes you've been seeing in the rest of the series. Like I said, you get Saw Gerrera, his sister, one second, I just forgot his sister's name. Let me find it real quick. This is going to drive me crazy if I don't find it. Stella. Yeah, Stella, sorry. But Stella kind of emerges as the leader of this rebel group, and I really enjoyed the dynamic of the rebel group because you have Stella, but her brother Saul is much more of an extremist who basically is willing to do actions that maybe result in civilian casualties and these really violent attacks as long as it hurts the separatists. Where Stella is much more of a moderate and wants to kind of she wants to basically do plans that result in as few casualties as humanly possible, and basically the idea is like, we need to fight in a way that we will win. When we win, the population will embrace us, not hate us as much as the separatists. So it's kind of interesting that dynamic followed out between a brother and sister. But those episodes is basically you have a war on two fronts, front runners, and the soft war and tipping points. Next up, you have a kind of cool Ahsoka beginning of a story arc. Starts off with the Gathering, and basically it's Ahsoka and Yoda are taking a small group of some Jedi younglings to help them build their first lightsaber. And the episode really focuses on the younglings. They're the main characters of the episode, and it's kind of exploring basically how this aspect of Jedi culture works and how you begin to find your way as a Jedi. So I kind of enjoy this episode. It kind of has different viewpoint of the Jedi than you normally get in the Clone Wars. Next up, you have a test of strength, and basically Ahsoka's escorting this group back to Coruscant, and they are attacked. And Ahsoka and these groups of young Jedi are having to fight back. So you kind of get a little, you get some certain aspects of it kind of remind me of like a Home Alone type aspect where you have kids fighting against invaders or bad guys and stuff like that. So there was just some humor involved in that. Ahsoka is awesome in this storyline. There's a cool droid introduced in this story arc, which I can't remember off the top of my head, who basically helps the young Jedi build their lightsabers, and then he helps helping them fight for their freedom. It's really cool. And then Bound for Rescue is kind of the conclusion of that one, where the younglings and Ahsoka are continuing to fight for their freedom against their attackers, and we see how that develops. Next up, you have another pirate Hondo storyline. It starts off with a necessary bond, and basically Dooku has Grievous attack Hondo to get revenge on Hondo's actions against Dooku in the past. And Ahsoka has to help Hondo survive this kind of fight and stuff like that. So I always enjoy some Ahsoka, Hondo, pirate, Jedi combo stuff there. It was kind of interesting to see how that Hondo's dynamic is with all the characters in the Clone Wars. Next up, you have a droid storyline, which I love, the D Squad. So you have R2-D2 and some other droids being paired with this Republic commando officer, and they're basically doing a behind enemy line style mission that's very droid specific. So you get an episode where the droids are trained, and then you get the mission, and then you get their episode about them coming back and then getting marooned on a planet and having to try to get off the planet. It's very funny. The interplay between all the droids is so entertaining, because all the droids, other than one, can't talk. There's just beeps and whistles and stuff, but you get so much from those beeps and whistles that you feel like it's just regular dialogue. Love this. After I saw this story arc, it's like, I would love a series just about the D Squad and these droids. But these episodes are Secret Weapons, A Sunny Day in the Void, Mission in Action, and Point of No Return. Love that story arc. Next up, you have some more Maul. Darth Maul comes back, but now he's being aligned with Death Watch and the Mandalorian. So you get this awesome Darth Maul storyline combining with the awesome Mandalorian Death Watch storyline, interacting with the Jedi. Love this story arc. So you have Eminence, Shades of Reason, and the Lawless. And it is extremely interesting. Like I said, I love the Mandalorian content, and then you throw Darth Maul in there, and it's like setting off a bomb, and it really accelerates the action and the plot of this storyline. I could watch an animated series just about stuff happening on Mandalore during the Clone Wars. It was awesome. Love this story arc. Then you have Sabotage, which is basically there's a bombing at the Jedi Temple, and Ahsoka is and Anakin, I should say, are both involved in the investigation of this bombing attack. And I enjoyed this episode because you got to kind of see Ahsoka begins to realize how the Jedi are viewed by, and Anakin as well, how the Jedi are viewed by the outside world, and It's kind of an eye-opening moment for Ahsoka, especially, which really leads into then the final story arc for season 5, which is just a mind-blowingly good story arc. It's the Jedi who knew too much to catch a Jedi and the wrong Jedi, and basically, and it's just Sabotage leads into this as well. But you feel like the action really kicks up in these last 3 episodes, and basically, during these last 3 episodes, Ahsoka is framed for a murder, and basically the rest of the story arc is Ahsoka trying to prove her innocence. Anakin and the other Jedi and the clone troopers trying to capture Ahsoka to bring her to trial. How this is related, making the Jedi viewed by the Senate and the clone army. How Ahsoka feels betrayed by the rest of the Jedi who believe she could actually have committed this crime. Which leads to an amazing final episode, and where Ahsoka eventually is able to prove her innocence with the help of Anakin, but Ahsoka decides, I'm done with the Jedi. Y'all didn't have my back. I'm out of here. It was an incredibly moving part where Anakin and Ahsoka have this interaction where Anakin is begging Ahsoka to stay, and she's like, "No, I'm out of here. I'm done." That story arc this season was just mind-blowingly good. If you're a Star Wars fan, I would say definitely watch the Clone Wars just for the payoff of season 5. It is amazing. There's 2 more seasons after this, but season 5 is just perfection. So if you've always been, I'm not sure if I want to watch the Clone Wars, watch it just so you can get to season 5, because it's some of the best Star Wars content that's been ever made. So in the comment section below, let me know what you thought of season 5. Did you enjoy it as much as I did? If you liked this video, please hit the like button. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to this channel. I hope you're enjoying the series as much as I'm enjoying doing it. I'm having a blast watching all the Star Wars animated content. So thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.